Live from Los Angeles, California. You're listening to the Russell Brand Show, and here's your host. I am Radio 2 Wall Live. This is happening now. If you want to email me, it's russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. You can send us what you're thinking right now, and I will communicate those thoughts back to you. You can text us on 88291 if you want to, and all. With me, of course, as usual, in London town, it's Matt Morgan. You all right, Matthew?
Very well. Oh,
are you?
Listen to my voice. Our voices sound different. You sound like you're in a little tin.
Yeah.
And I sound a bit like Darth Vader.
Well, I am in a little tin, because I'm a space oddity, is what I am. And you sound a bit like Darth Vader. I've got a lovely surprise coming up for not only you, Matthew Morgan, but for everyone in the world, really. Because, you know, our podcast's #1 again.
Is it?
Good, isn't it? #1, well ahead of Skins, well ahead of, I don't know, Chris Moyles, all them other things that are podcasts. #1 we are, yep, that's all going very well. Plus, millions of people listen to this podcast now. Not that this is a podcast, this is a radio show. Let's be very clear about that. But nonetheless, I'm just saying things are going well.
Millions?
Although,
is that
millions.
accurate?
Yep, it's accurate. 750,000. Get it from the BBC website alone. Well, what about that then, for a fact? It's good, isn't it? But enough boasting. Good. And on to a different type of boasting. Have you seen how nice my hair looks lately?
No.
It's gorgeous.
I'm in a completely different country to you.
Well, news of my hair has surely reached Britain, Matthew. You can't be indifferent to it. I don't have it so high at the back while I wander around. I'm wearing some... Because there's been a lot of inquiries. Here's an email, for example, a random email I've taken just completely at random. Russell, we all know you look great, says Anonymous, but what are you wearing in LA? Well, to let you know, I'm wearing like nice V-neck T-shirts, waistcoats, lovely jewellery.
That's not real email.
Oh, no, it wasn't, you're right. Now, coming up in a minute is... Guess who's here, Matthew?
I know who's there.
All right, don't guess then, just say.
Sorry if I ruined the magic.
No, you don't have to ruin the magic. The magic is the moment, man. We've always got the moment. That's all we've got in this world, in this material world.
A little guy called Nolan Nolan.
Noel Gallagher, friend of the show, estranged from the show. We've not seen him for a long while, and he's going to tell us why that was, the reason he's been away from the show for so long. He's got a little secret tucked between his legs with a new genital. It's Noel Gallagher of Oasis. After his dramatic gender reversal surgery, he's got a little velvet pocket that we can all blow into. Noel Gallagher he's actually in the very next room to me. Once he's in the actual room, you'll notice a change in my confidence levels.
Did you two fall out? Did something happen?
No, nothing's happened. He just, I imagine he thought once he had that little velvet pocket parked between his thighs that it would only be a matter of time before I parked, before I docked. Yeah, he's over here doing something called mixing. That's what he's doing. Okay, like that. Yeah, that's it. He fancies himself all hippity-hop now. Well, as you know, myself, I came from South Central Los Angeles, so I've been catching up with some of the lads from the old days. Snoopy Dogg, me, him, Ice Cube, just hanging around South Central. The other day I tipped a 40 in the curb because of all my bloody dead homies. Oh, how many more of me homies are going to drop, Matt? Don't hate the player, though. Hate the game.
I bet you haven't been anywhere near South Central, have you?
I've been in South Central, mate.
Your Beverly Hills mansion.
How dare you drag up my Beverly Hills... Sometimes I do spend some time in Beverly Hills, all cosseted and mollycoddled, but a hell of a lot of the time I'm out there on the streets, mate, playing. And just pretty much
hustling.
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. And I'm really sticking it to those haters. A lot of those haters are really getting what they bloody well deserve at last. Right, hold on, listeners to this show. Here are some things that are coming up later. Johnny Lee Miller will be in studio with me, the actor Johnny Lee Miller, who pretends to be other people for a living to a very high standard. We've got an actual opera singer who I met the other week coming in here. He's going to be doing operatic jingles for us. Because sometimes, Matt, I think that the jingles we've been doing are not of a good enough standard. So I think, why don't we enter? It's not a competition because competition's a band, but it's a race war. So I thought, let's enter our own jingle race war with an opera singer. Also, we might do a lovely rendition of a little song that I like to call When I'm 64.
So did you meet an opera singer hanging around in South Central?
Yeah.
Or have you been queening it up in Beverly Hills?
I was down in South Central with some of my mates from the Crips, and
we heard a sound. See,
every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling. If you mess with me, you're messing with death row. So, I goes, listen, mate, you've got a lot of talent. You can, if you want, you can get in my crib, come down my hood, trash me sneakers. I really fit in round here. Hey, man, I just trashed my sneakers. That's what we say round here.
What does that mean? I've ruined my shoes.
Well, perhaps, Matt, you won't fit in after all. Ruined my shoes. Oh, hello there, I'm a chimney sweep. Oh, walking down the gas
that's how you normally talk.
Yeah, well, not anymore, mate.
Trashed
not
my
now.
Sneakers. What does that mean? Why would you... That can't be
Hey,
normal
I just
vernacular.
trashed my sneakers.
What does it mean?
That's
You've been
what we
sick
say.
on your shoes.
Hey, you got too much punk in the trunk. That's what we say around here, mates. If you want to fit in, you better catch up. I'll tell you who else we got. You know that film Once? It was made for about 15p and then won an Oscar for Best Film? Not film, song.
Best music.
Yeah, something like that. Well, we've got I really liked that film, and then they won an Oscar for Best Film Song, and they're coming in. So that's nice, isn't it? Oh, they're not coming in. They're going to be on the blower.
Star-studded.
In a way, it's a star-studded show. Also, coming up next week, we might have Penelope Cruz. Imagine that. I'm going to get her so bloody pregnant.
Now, what happened with Dita Von Teese? Because I actually haven't spoken to you since that.
You ruined it. That's what happened with Dita Von Teese, Matt. You ruined
Good.
it.
That makes me so happy.
Because, like, Dita Von Teese is not a woman used to having ridiculous answer phone messages. Like, I met her, it was all going so well. The romance, her dressed all beautiful, all like in her olden days clothes, me in the Chateau Marmont, the talk of the town. You know, I'd just come back from South Central, I'd been in a gang war, thought pop to the Chateau Marmont to unwind. See Dita Von Teese, it was going quite well. She gives me a phone number.
Did she go, oh, that was an interesting message or anything?
She did, because I had to send her an apology for the ensuing
Never
publicity.
apologise.
What do you mean? I'm not the Queen Mother.
Never apologise.
Never apologise, never explain. Queen Mother, have you just done a poo on the settee? I'll never apologise, I'll never explain. Queen Mother, have you just choked on a fishbone? I feel fine, I feel fine. Never apologise, never explain, Mum. Yeah, well, like, you know, because it was in all the papers, Russell Brand dating Dita Von Teese, I had to then text her, go, sorry about all this hoopla, it must seem rather ungentlemanly. And then I gave her your Hotmail address, said Matt Morgan is to blame, think of him as a sort of Max Clifford, evil Machiavellian.
I'd love her to email me, because I'd be able to win her round.
You won't be able to win around. What are you going to do with your karate? I just went, as usual, I asked Matt politely, how are you, before we begin the show. Matt, as usual,
that's not true,
lists
actually.
the ailments of the week. This week I've got a bad arm, I've got a bad elbow, I got beaten up in my karate class. Why'd you go to these karate classes?
It's good. Full contact. It's not karate.
Matthew, if you need a cuddle, get a prostitute to go to all these karate lessons.
They're women.
That's true, it's very true. Most prostitutes do tend to be
So you've
women.
ruined it with Dita Von Teese. Don't try and turn this around to me.
I ruined it, yeah. I ruined it by leaving an answer phone message with you playing When Will I Be Famous and the Bagpuss Mice. That did not turn on Dita Von Teese,
She got an injection of British
Marilyn
culture.
Manson.
That was pure British culture there.
Pure British culture, Bros and the Bagpuss Mice, when it's when I'm meant trying to be seducing her. Yeah. It's hardly Milton, is it? And Shakespeare, bloody Bros.
You'd never have got it on with her. It would never have worked out.
Why? Why'd you say that? I could have made it work. Why can't I make it work?
A strong woman, you know.
Strong women? I'm surrounded by strong women. Men, I call
carrying
them.
stuff for you. They're made strong by all your bags.
That's what gets them all nice and tough. They have to be tough if they're going to stay around me for very long. Right, so anyway, we've still not revealed... Oh, yeah, we have. We've revealed that Noel Gallagher is in the very next room. He's going to be coming in here in a minute. But first of all, do you want to hear some of the things that happened to me? Here's a thing that happened to me. When I arrived in America, right, there was like loads of like teenagers on the plane. Naturally, I went back to economy to show off. So while I was back there, I got like...
When you say teenagers, what sex were they?
Different sexes. So, like, there was one lad who had both sets of genitals all the way up and down his back. He was feeding a load of piglets off of his chest. There's boys and girls, you know, they're all like 18, 19. I didn't do anything with them. Nothing weird happened. So I was just chatting to them, signing things for them, because the air hostesses kept going, oh, these kids, they want you to sign things. I goes, look, come on, I'm not on duty every day. And they went, all right. No, where are they? Hold on, come back. Right, so I went back to economy, signed things for them and all that, and there was a lot of football. Then when we were signing on, as you know, whenever I have to come into America, I have have to go into the special room for criminals.
Yes.
Well, you know, I used to be in the Crips and the Bloods and all that. So, like, whenever they check my passport, they go, "Oh no, Mr. Brand, you've got to come in this special room." That's, you know, the price you pay for being an outlaw.
A weedy little amount of drugs that you were busted for.
It was not a weedy amount of drugs. It was when they looked at that drug charge sheet. God, that would have felled an ox. That would. You must be so good at drug taking. Not the feeble amount of drugs people like Noel Gallagher take, and then, but it's like having a cup of tea. Yeah, it is if the drugs you have, caffeine, you big poofter, not proper man's drugs like heroin. Don't take drugs. Drugs are bad, right? Then I have to go into that. So I have to go into that special little room and wait, right? And but like then it's like while I was there, all them youngsters were all sort of queuing up behind us, and it went right. You know when there's an airport announcement, I'm always glad when the airport announcement. This must be
like
isn't
when
me.
a grandparent is phoned up by a child.
Hello!
Tell your nan what you've been up to. Drugs.
I've got a Star Wars lunchbox. with a thermos flask, you can have your drink hot or cold, it don't matter. It just retains the temperature that it originally was, hot or cold. Right? And then, like, there's an announcement. I was there, all them youngsters looking, there's an announcement in the airport. It goes, "Would Roussel Brand please come to reception, please? Would Roussel Brand..." Why does it say Roussel Brand?
They've got the name Russell in America.
They've got the name Russell. So why are they saying Roussel Brand?
Hang on, was there a reception on an aeroplane?
I can't remember what it was. It wasn't the airplane anyway. This was customs just before I had to go on a special room. Would Roussel Brand. That's not even a name. Roussel is not a name, is it?
No.
Russell is, and I think it's an American name.
Yeah.
Most like, what's wrong? Why is that happening to me?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. You don't go Kurt Roussel or Roussel Crowe, do you?
No.
So why has that happened?
So what happened when you got there?
Me? Well,
some of the teenagers had reported you.
They said that man claimed to be an uncle and then tried to steal my pyjama bottoms. Horrible business, really. So, yeah, OK, well, let's get on with this programme, this radio programme. This song, Gin and Juice, is by a very close pal of mine out here, Snoopy Dog, and it's a bloody tough record about what it's like out here, and let me tell you, I've experienced it firsthand, and it's not, let me tell you, crime ain't glamorous, Matt. I know you think it is, do you?
A little bit, you know.
Well, it ain't.
Crimes. Not the sort of crimes you've been involved in. They're not glamorous.
My crimes are... Well, look, you outsiders may think crimes are glamorous. Crimes are not glamorous. That's my message today. So, in a minute, Noel Gallagher will be in this room, but before then, let's have a little anti-crime message from Snoop Doggy Dogg. Later on, opera singer Johnny Lee Miller. Send us texts and emails because we're live. This might be your only chance. Who knows what'll happen to us next week? You know, the way people are dropping in this gang war I'm involved in. Every day could be your last. But for now, let's listen to Gin and Juice. Russell Brand Radio 2. That was Gin and Juice, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Matthew, stop snorting every time we come back. What pause?
There's a great big pause there.
Give us some bloody cues then. We're live to the nation on Radio 2. Well, let's welcome our special guest, Noel. He's there. He's sat here. Special guest, Noel. All right, Noel.
All right, Ross.
Yeah, really well, thanks.
All right, Matty.
All right, mate.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Don't turn this into some drab chit-chat. This is a high-octane, brilliant professional radio show.
It's nice to hear his voice.
It's lovely, isn't it, to hear? You should see him over here. It's wrinkly rocker, Noel Gallagher.
No, come on.
Well, what did you say? You're praying for that day, or you loathe the prospect?
Eventually it comes, doesn't it? It's not. I haven't been daubed a wrinkly rocker yet by the tabloid press, but I think when you kind of pick up the paper and wrinkly rocker falls out of nightclub at 6 a.m, that's the time to pack it in, I think.
Is Weller a wrinkly rocker now? Paul Weller?
Absolutely
He's
not.
crossed the line, hasn't he?
No.
No, he's
Never.
not. He's got grey hair.
This part of this we should change the subject now.
Can we kick our head in?
Well, he definitely kicked mine in.
I'd like to use this as an opportunity to say that Paul Weller is a youthful and beautiful man, an incredible talent, and a poet, lyricist beyond measure and compare. Also, blimey, he looks young. Look at those buns, Paul. Oh, you've been in the gym.
He will not see the funny side of that.
Won't he?
No.
All right. Well, it's a shame that this is live.
Because he's gone from an angry young man to a seething old man.
Oh, no. Seething old man, Paul Weller.
Yeah, totally. But, no, Paul Weller's not a wrinkly rocker.
No, right, no, he ain't. And anyone who says otherwise is a fool to wander into that.
Yeah, and pray to his
Well, I'll just listen. Let's just leave the topic of Paul Weller and his undoubted youth to one side.
This is so wrong.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oi, Matt, don't call us cowards. You should see me when...
in fear of Weller.
Hey, when I'm rolling in South Central, who's the coward?
It's better than being in fear of Willie, Matt, hey?
What's happened? What's Matt in fear of now?
Willie.
Go on, Willie. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it's a joke,
Don't do private jokes on one of the most popular radio shows in the world
Why
because
not?
it excludes the listeners.
That private joke,
Okay,
which isn't a private joke, sounds like Noel's chased me around with his willy, and I'm scared of it, and it's become a private joke.
Well, how
That's
quickly
a
you
Rinky
forget. How
Rocker.
quickly you forget, Matt.
Now listen, Noel, I have heard recently that you've been causing a lot of bother and stir in front of beloved Hollywood movie star Tom Cruise. Apparently, someone told me recently that Tom Cruise was arriving at a venue.
Yeah.
The paparazzi were thrilled at his arrival, and you caused a lot of...
No, I didn't. No.
What
I just happened to be arriving at an hotel the same time as him and his missus, and...
What'd you do?
Well, this big fella in a black suit said, "Can you just wait there for a second?" I didn't know what was going on because I had a drink, right? And I was like, "I'm just going to the bar, mate, blah, blah, blah." And I kind of pushed past him at the very second that Tom Cruise got out of this big black van. So
why do you think so big and black in your life?
Well, it just is.
Big black suits, big black cars.
Oh, anyway, so we were kind of on this red carpet thing, and I was saying, let's just slow down and get in the pictures with him for a laugh, you know. So we were kind of slowing down, walking, and then I was going to give him the David Icke speech and think, you think you're weird? Get on David Icke, you little midget. You know what I mean? At that point, somebody tapped me on the shoulder and kind of pushed me to one side as this crowd started cheering. And, of course, I gave him the wave and said, it's all right, be out in November. No, September it's out. It's going well.
So you got pushed aside by his entourage?
Well, it wasn't like grappled to the floor. It was just like, come on, shorty, out of the way.
Did they even acknowledge that
No.
you? Not even. You were
not
just
at
a
all.
man in that moment.
Yeah.
How did that feel for you? Because I know
It
you're
felt
quite
pretty good.
cosseted.
I find it quite liberating over here that nobody knows who I am.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. I hate it.
No, well, I can see that. I can see that. I kind of like the fact that you hate it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't like
But I like being in a country where you mean as little as I do.
It's ridiculous. That won't be for long.
Because you have this kind of sibling rivalry thing with me, don't you? Back in London, where I am actually the king of London.
Yes.
And you are the dashing young prince of London.
Very much.
But over here, but just a pair of idiots.
Just a pair of idiots strolling around the town. What are you doing here?
I'm mixing the next Oasis record.
What do you mean? What is mixing?
Mixing is, well, we recorded it all in Abbey Road, right?
Yeah.
And then you get it all on tape, and then you sit in a room and listen to the separate parts, and it's like getting the recipes and mixing them and making a rock and roll cake. Baby.
Rock and roll cake. Well, why have you brought Liam Gallagher with you? Because surely he must be a nuisance in a situation like that.
Well, last night he was, let me see, he was looking like Max Walls, right? Rapping like Karl Marx, but his overall vibe was Groucho Marx and looking like somebody just stepped out of Marks and Spencer's, if you can get on all that.
Yeah, I can. It sounds like he was sort of come out of dressed up in his pyjamas and was causing bother.
He was talking out of his rectum, as usual.
How come he has to come for the mixing?
Well, it's a question I ask myself on a daily basis. Like, why are you here? And as he's going, yeah, it's all about the kids. It's all about the kids, man. He was saying last night in the studio, we listened to one mix, and he's come up to me and he's gone, "We're back, we're back." So, seriously, and I was like, "Yeah, what, like Gary Glare? We're not back. We haven't been anywhere. We're back." I was like, God, I just imagine.
That's quite sweet.
I know it's wrong. It's wrong, and he gave me a kind of a burly man hug. I was
Did
like,
he?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Because you don't hear him shouting a few times.
No, it's not back.
It's not back.
It's not nice.
Ain't it?
No, it's not. It can't be that degrading saying we're back. We've never been anywhere. Been on holidays.
Yeah.
But,
fair enough. Is it any good, this album?
It's brilliant.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you back?
Hey.
Are you back? Do you want a little cuddle for being back?
You asked me in here. I come out of my way.
It's really nice that you've come.
Yeah.
Who's that big hunk you've brought with you? That bronze hunk?
Jason Rhodes.
Jason Rhodes.
He's been my guitar roadie for... oh, and I wish. He's been my guitar roadie for the last 15-odd years.
When you select gay guitar roadies...
When I select gay men. Yeah, they're all from Yorkshire.
Do you think, I'll have a burly guitar roadie that's got a lovely head of blonde hair?
Actually, in the case of Jason, he selected us.
He looks like Hotshot Hamish from Roy of the Rovers, if you have that reference.
You haven't forgotten that he's actually in the very next room.
Oh, no.
And he's listening to this.
Oh, Jason. Forgive me, you
No, but Jason looks like a pirate, doesn't he?
He's a lovely pirate, yeah. Yeah, he's a big, lovely old hunk.
And I am his little sidekick parrot sometimes.
Nice to have you perched there. Right, now, hold on, there's a few other things I want to confront you about, and that's...
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Jason!
Jason, stay where you are! Ah, he's coming here! He's brandishing a finger! Jason, you big hunky pirate, you're allowed in if you want. Come on, walk the plank, and I don't mean Noel's privates. There he is. I'll tell you what a beefcake.
Yeah.
He is.
He is.
That room next door is stuffed with beefcakes. The opera singer Sam, he's a bit of a hunk as well, isn't he?
He's pretty nervous.
Is he?
He's saying that he met you in a bar.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're not supposed to be in the bar, though, are you? You're drinking delicious pints of fizzy water.
Delicious pints of fizzy water.
I'm someone in England, you know.
Anyone got the internet? Let me just Google Russell Brand. OK, go past Russell Athletic, go past Russell Simmons.
Sharon, pass me my press cuttings.
There we go. Yeah. That's when I won Shagger of the Year.
I was knobbing Kate Moss.
No! We're live! Right, now, what's this about you demanding, getting people to bring jeans over to this country for you? What about that?
A pair of jeans. My favourite pair of jeans. I get attached to jeans.
Is it like having a lucky blanket? When you're cuddled up to your roadie, do you have your little lucky jeans on?
Yes. Well, anyway, I've got a thing about my jeans. Once you find a pair, I stick with them through thick and thin until they wear out. And anyway...
Unlike bass players who get sacked every half hour.
Yeah, and drummers. A pair of jeans of mine went missing, so
that's an interesting story in itself.
I'm not going to go into it. Right, I'm not going to. I've explained it to Sarah. She understands.
Okay.
The jeans have gone.
She's a good
They're
woman.
not coming back. She is a good one. She's listening to this right now.
Sarah, God bless you. You're the most tolerant and beautiful woman on this planet. I hope that, as the young prince, is he coming on?
Oh,
well,
he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was going to bring a picture in today's show, but you would have belittled it.
I would not.
Me. Yes, you would have said, "Oh, you can't be yours" and all that carry on. And I thought, I don't need that.
Really, you preempted it.
Yeah, no, totally. But no, the prince is. What an incredible little fella.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you've got such a lovely son. Now, about these jeans you left wrapped around a lamppost outside a gay club somewhere on Sunset Strip. You running down the road in your
right? Anyway, I was all I had with me was a pair of black jeans. I don't like wearing black jeans because you wear a lot of black gear.
Yep, and don't I look nice?
Yeah, the gay biker gear and. So I sent back for some jeans. There's no harm in that, is there?
Well, just that comes across for someone who purports to be so down to earth as the kind of arrogance that if Diana Ross did it.
Don't ever kid yourself that I'm anything. Oh, well, I'm not down to earth. I've got 3 swimming pools.
3 swimming pools.
I've got one in my house in Ibiza, one in Buckinghamshire. I've just got a spare one.
It's got a spare swimming pool, but you can't find a pair of trousers.
No, I bought these while I was here, but I don't like wearing kind of. These jeans are stretched jeans, do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Wrong.
Well, you look quite, I must say, when you came in, I thought you looked quite handsome.
You keep getting taller.
Yeah, well, that's because I do a lot of yoga, and I just had a massage this morning. Here, Matt, listen to this, right? We had this massage from this bloke called Alfred, who met me in the street, with a sort of handsome black man.
You keep meeting people in the street and meeting people in bars.
That's wrong.
I'm lonely!
Wait till you hear this opera singer dude he's met in a bar, an Irish opera singer.
He's lovely, that opera singer, Sam.
I've just been talking to him now. He's great, but, I mean, you know...
If his bird finds out he's enough, his bird and half give him aggro. When we met him in that bar, we goes, oh, can we come on our radio show? Oh, sing us a song. His girlfriend George was going, Sam, don't you do an opera song? Don't you do an opera song?
And the plot thins. And his girlfriend was there. Well,
there you are. See, girlfriend. So certainly it wasn't cruising.
So you're
after opera singers.
His missus. Is basically what it is. Is she here?
No, actually, his missus is not here.
Right.
She's not here at the moment. Yeah. Listen, Sam's a fine piece of flesh. The missus is not something that I'd be aiming at. As long as I had Sam and his rich baritone booming down in my ear hole, I'd feel thoroughly relaxed. Why look any further than that? Now, I believe that you, Matt Morgan, because look, we've got to include Matt. He sat there in London.
You just said you were having a massage. What happened about that?
Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. So, because you lot keep distracting me. Right, I was having a massage off this bloke I met in the road. And I've noticed that the massage was focused heavily on my genitals.
As you will appreciate, Matt, he's massaging himself as he's telling this story.
I'm glad I'm not looking at that.
Yeah.
Well, just to paint a lovely picture of that image, I was caressing myself in what can only be called my packet.
Has he pulled his T-shirt down and exposed his nipples yet? No, because that...
No, I was going to... No, he's doing it now.
Look at those.
Belters,
take a good look at them, Gallagher, because it's the last you'll see of them with your attitude.
You've got little baby's nipples.
What do you mean, baby's nipples?
They don't kind of match the... Because you've got kind of
There's
big
something
chest,
wrong
but you've
with
got
them,
you've got little nipples.
A man should have little lovely nipples.
They're like
little
jelly
lovely
tots.
Little brown.
They're in the wrong place as well.
They're not in the wrong place.
They are.
They're the right place at the right time between your sweet cherry lips, Noel. My little jelly tots. I call them my jelly tits. Here, I'll have a little sip. Boop, boop.
Oh.
So I
We're
can
fading
imagine-
you down now from London, and we're going to play music for 2 hours.
I've got another anecdote.
You've both
I've got an
blown it.
anecdote. We're doing well. Come on, this is great radio.
Anyway, you're getting a massage.
Off this bloke Alfred. Nice. He also does he does personal training. He does all sorts.
You
of
met him in the
things.
street. I bet he pushes
Yeah.
around a shopping trolley full of cans.
That's him. Lovely. He's got all those cans. He's collected them all together. He's very responsible. Right. He came round. He's doing my massage, and and he was massaging my back. I was going, oh, you've got to be careful with that bit of my back, Alfred. Like, and imagine him. He looks a bit like Milli Vanilli. Remember Milli Vanilli?
Yeah.
Sort of slightly short hair, quite handsome, nice build, wearing sort of physical personal trainer type clothes. He was doing my massage. He goes, you got a very underdeveloped back. A grown man's back should be stronger. Just said it to me, like as if it was a nice thing to say. It's underdeveloped for a grown man. You got a weak back. Like that, and he just sort of I was crying in the massage table.
How did you answer that? Did you just go, yeah?
Exactly. What can you say? Say, oh, I pride myself on my underdeveloped, weak, reedy little spine. It's like a pipe cleaner.
So you had your face through the little hole in the table.
Yeah.
Was you thinking he was maybe gonna, it was leading somewhere?
Well, I just
Man
thought,
got an underdeveloped back.
I'm going to make a woman out of you.
Yeah, that
This
kind of
is
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
be easy.
Man got a woman's back.
No, that's not like a woman's back. Look at that cleft. That's so inviting. It's like a little letterbox. Yeah, no, he was kind. He was sort of, other than that, it's just, what upset me was the laissez-faire, the manner in which he delivered it. Just sort of like, you got an underdeveloped back for a grown man. Like a grown man as well. I thought, I'm not a grown man.
I'm not a grown man.
Yeah, I've got years ahead of me.
of course.
I'm in the first flushes of youth.
I'm a young prince.
Look at me.
Yeah.
For God's sake. Yeah, for heaven. There's no way to treat me. Right, this is the Russell Brand Show you're listening to on Radio 2, in case you were confused. You might have just thought, it was a CB radio conversation that you tuned into by accident. You can email me, russell.brand@bbc.co.uk if you've got any questions for me
And you
or
can
Noel
email
Gallagher.
me at havingitwriteoff.com.
You've not got an email address. You're too childish. If you want to text us, it's 88291. What are we going to play now? We're going to play... Oh, yes, play Neil Young. You love Neil Young, didn't you?
Good friend of mine.
I remember you pride yourself, Noel, in when I sort of say, why are you so cruel and cold towards your fans when they ask for autographs? You go, well, I didn't bother Neil Young when I met him. When I met him. What did you do when you met Neil Young?
That's all right, geezer. You all right?
And that was it?
That was it.
Just the two of you?
It's great to meet you. I bet it is.
No fuss?
That kind of thing. I didn't know.
Right.
What do you want an autograph for?
I don't know, it's a strange custom, but I
I've
honour
never
it.
asked you for your autograph. You've never asked me for mine.
No.
There we go. The friendship has blossomed.
It really has, and it's on this mutual disdain for autographs
Yeah,
that
totally.
we've founded our friendship.
Don't any of you three get ideas before I leave, actually?
Oh, actually, we've bought a guitar there.
I can see that, yeah.
We wanted you to sign it, but then we were going to go, let's make him play it.
You can't make me play it. Jason's here.
Oh, yeah, and with your
Jason will take over this radio show at the drop of a hat.
Because he is a pirate, and it will literally become pirate
And he's from
radio.
Yorkshire, and he would probably kill anybody in this.
Right, step aside, it's Yorkshire Radio. I knows what I likes and I likes what I know. No more of that long-haired puff, just step aside. Right, okay, let's listen to Neil Young. Noel, this is for you, and for Sarah, lovely Sarah, nursing
Hiya,
your
Sarah.
infant.
I love you, Sarah.
Ah, look at him communicating with... Are you married to her yet?
Pardon?
Are you married to
No,
Sarah?
no,
There's
no,
still
no.
a chance. There's still a chance. I could sneak in. Let's listen to Neil Young. Which one? We listen to Heart of Gold?
Heart of Gold, yes.
Oh, it's for Sharon. Sharon Smith wants it for her as well.
I dedicate this to you, Sass.
Right, he's dedicated it to his bird, but I'll dedicate it to Sharon Smith, who's been stylist, assistant, nuisance, neurotic for many, many years now. She's just now walking a tightrope towards unemployment. Let's listen to Heart of Gold, Neil Young. Heart of Gold, Neil Young. You're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. I'm live in Los Angeles. Did I time that properly, Matthew?
That was beautiful.
Da-da! Like a proper radio professional. We're here with friend of the show, Noel Gallagher. Just going to read some of the texts we've received. Russell, isn't Snoop Dogg from Long Beach, not South Central, or is my LA geography really bad? That's from Anon. I believe he is from Long Beach. Yes, he is. Yes, you're quite right. I made a mistake. I'm so sorry. Some of those anecdotes about me being in South Central were untrue. I've not actually been there because of
You should
fear.
go there. Go there. Have a
I
look
do
at
want to go there. Have you been there, Noel?
No, what would you want to go there for?
What,
To
3
experience
swimming
it.
pools, Gallagher?
I hear they do lovely curtains in South Central. You might
Nah, it's wrong, innit?
Well, I wouldn't mind having a look. I wouldn't mind.
I went up to the Mexican part of town the other day, and you see these 99-cent shops.
Yeah.
In the Mexican part of town, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. There was a 98-cent shop. someone had seen the niche in the market, like, yeah, arriba, we must undercut these gringos. By 1 cent, it was like, wow, man.
99 cents.
Hey,
what about 98 cents? There's a price war.
A 98-cent shop, and it was thinking, right, it must have cost $20 to get the 9 changed to an 8, and after that, man, you've only got to sell a lot of toxic meat. Like what? Quids in, eh?
That's a really interesting. Do you think it's worth us going to this Mexican district?
They've got
because I've had a brainwave.
They've got processed meat in there, right? Cans of meat, and it says on the side, right, mechanically separated chicken.
Jesus, how would you do that to a chicken?
Well, that chicken is so messed up that only a machine can separate it. It's like, well, obviously ripping its legs off, and it's mechanically. Think about that.
That's not a very appetising way to describe a chicken.
But on the upside, it's only 98 cents.
What are you doing in there? Why are you in a 98-cent shop? What, are you looking for a new swimming pool?
Looking for batteries, if you must know.
What a lifestyle you lead.
I know.
That's ridiculous. Matthew, while that record was playing, Noel Gallagher come out with this statement, and I'll see if I can recreate it exactly. Here, I was in a bar the other day and I got into a knife fight with Kaniki out of Greece. That's what he said.
No,
right? Hey, right.
Well, that was a good impression.
What I actually said was, if I tell you that last Friday night, you know the film Grease?
Yeah, we all know Grease.
Do you know what? I've never actually watched that film.
You've not watched Grease?
Have you watched Taxi?
Yeah, have you watched Taxi?
So you don't know who Kaniki is?
Have you been in a taxi? Do you have grease by your genitals?
Hang on, Taxi, what, the sitcom?
Yeah.
With Andy Kaufman?
Well, no, the chocolate bar.
Have you had a blue ribbon? Have you had a Viscount? A yo-yo?
Yeah.
Are you aware of who Kaniki is?
No,
yeah, Matt.
I'm not.
No, right, anyway, right, so you butt out for about 20 minutes.
He's John Travolta's best mate in the film Grease.
So last Friday, right, we went to see Marilyn Manson, right? Now, I'll explain briefly why we went to see Marilyn Manson, because I met him a couple of times, and he's not like a monster. He's a really cool guy, and he's a big fan. Blah blah blah. So anyway, we went to see Marilyn Manson for a night out.
All I picked up from that is that you love Marilyn Manson and his music.
I love everything about him except his music. Right. So we're in his dressing room afterwards, drinking absinthe and getting right messed up. Right.
Christ.
And this guy,
what a role model.
This guy comes in. He's on a like a walking stick, right? And I kind of look at him, thinking, where do I know his face from? And I'm going, where are you from? And Liam, because he's on Celebrity Rehab over here, right? So Liam went, you're the dude from Celebrity Rehab. And I was like, wow, Kaniki from Grease, man. And I went, what's up with your back? He went, hey, I've had 4 back operations. And I went, well, get yourself a wheelchair or something like that.
Right? Oh, that's lovely. Right? I can't see why, so far, I can't see why there would be conflict.
And he said, I've had 4 back operations, but I still pull a blade on you. And he pulled out a knife. We was like, he still thinks he's doing the T-birds. We were like, whoa, Jason, slap him. Do you know what I mean? Get out.
Yeah, you're making eyes at Frenchie. I'll cut you up.
I've had 4 back operations. I still pull a knife on you. We were like, whoa, you freak. What are you doing, man?
Because that's enough just to say, I would pull a knife on you, just hypothetically. Then to actually pull that knife, I mean, it become a real physical knife, that's too much from Kaniki.
I quite like the fact that he still thinks he's, rocking the T-birds kind of thing.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Carries a knife.
Was he going to get into a knife fight? Or he's like, dodging around his little walking stick? He just kick the walking stick away. Just get him over,
That's it. Don't matter about the knife. He could produce what he wants out of his pocket. He could have an atomic bomb in there.
You're going down, Kaniki.
Yeah, Kaniki. Yeah. He can't do nothing with that knife.
So that was, and then the next day was like, what did you go up to last night? I was going, if I tell you, Kaniki pulled a knife on me last night, what would you say?
It's ridiculous.
Obviously, Matt would say, well, who's Kaniki?
Who's Kaniki?
Is it that girl indie band from the 80s?
I was at a karate lesson
the other day and I hurt my elbow.
Yeah, he's hurt his elbow in karate.
I've hurt
again.
my
I don't know why.
arm, it came out of its socket.
As if it came out of its socket. As if you're not massively exaggerating.
How have you done that? Did you take karate lessons?
Yeah, well, sort of.
Is it to fight off the ladies,
arts.
Matt?
Martial arts. Matt won't let us name the actual martial art in case he gets into a war.
You've named it before.
Yeah, all right, Krav Maga. He thinks he goes, look, stop it, Russell.
Krav Maga sounds like a detective from Chicago in the 70s. Hey, Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
That's your Kaniki voice. Get a new voice, boys.
Krav Maga, Private Eye.
Also known as Kaniki. I get the job done. I may have a walking stick, but look inside my pocket. It's a switchblade, asshole. Sorry for my language, BBC rules. So, Matt, right, listen, Matt, did you know about Matt intervening in a crime the other week? Matt see a crime. crime.
No. I've actually been out in LA where you pay me nothing.
We mean something. There's a small underground community, I believe they're called the homeless, that care very deeply.
I've seen the documentary.
So listen, that was good, that Jack Kerouac documentary that me and Matt done. Have a look at that if
why don't you just say still available on the BBC Films?
It is, I believe. Yes, well done, thank you, you've done that for us. Yeah, what am I attacking you for now?
For being injured.
Yes, no, Matt.
Matt's injured. What a coward. And secondly, because he probably can't concentrate in his karate lessons, no doubt fantasising about people's gym jams and whatnot, the other karate people. And he sees some crime out in the street.
What kind of crime?
Like, just a very light crime, like some people like...
Stabbing.
Something like that. And Matt, quickly...
3 blokes tried to mug me. I ran off, phoned the police, and then they got
Well spotted there was a crime going down.
Hold on, there's a crime happening at me.
Am I being robbed?
999, here I come.
I think there's a crime going. Yes, there is.
Hold on.
That's my wallet.
Are you going to pay me
Those
for
are
this
my
mobile?
Durex.
I looked
Those
at them
are
all
my
through a
feelings.
magnifying glass for clues.
Yep, this all adds up. Watson, we're going straight to the authorities. This is yet another mugging. And then go on, what happened to Matt? And then when
I'm
he was
out there
telling
on
me
the
about
streets, Russell, solving
Hey.
crimes. What are you doing in your
I'm
ivory tower?
Danger, Matt.
just hanging out with opera singers and gay masseuses all over the place,
You've
getting
got a
me
weak
feelings
back,
hurt.
and I've always thought it about you, and now
Hey.
someone's told you. You've got a weak back.
I'm strengthening it up, though. My back will be strong as an ox. You watch me. I'm growing. I'm jogging every day. I'm getting stronger every day. I'm hustling every day. I'm hustling. You should see me. While you're there, Matthew, in all your posh karate lessons, I'm out here doing press-ups in the snow. Boy, it's tough, but I'm getting better and stronger
Are you still
every day.
working out?
Well, in terms of what? Working out as a film actor.
He looks well, actually.
Yeah, I
Does
look
he?
pretty tough.
Yeah, he looks good.
And what? I tell
Apart
you,
from his midget nipples, but apart from that, he looks good, man.
And his weak
Hey.
Oh,
back.
put him away, come on.
listen.
Yeah, it's weak.
Right, so firstly, Matt, let's go back to Matt's crime solving.
Please
Matt
leave me alone.
He goes, oh, the police were really pleased with the description I gave. I said, I've done a really good job. Like he wanted a community action trust reward. You could receive a community action trust reward. He was all going, yeah, they said my description was brilliant. And then they caught up with the blokes. They were just lovely,
And the
innocent
Mirror
men.
Pride
No, they
of Britain
weren't.
Award for best description in a crime scene goes to
Matt Morgan.
Matt Morgan.
Hey, give him a
It's because I
heart
was
gold.
giving the
Glenn
description,
Puzzle, Esther
still
Ransom.
looking at the people. That's how I roll.
He was looking at him out of his window,
I'm
weren't you?
basically a grass.
So what happened? What could you
Smalls.
possibly have that criminals want?
I know. I don't know.
Yeah. Very odd. These criminals are a bit indiscriminate. I wonder if for the next crime they try to rob a bus stop or kick a tramp. It seems that these crimes are ultimately
If there are any
motiveless.
criminals listening, there's an empty house in Hampstead at the moment with a load of tat in it covered in jewels, like goat skulls on the walls. No, you've not been round there, but you really should go.
And I would have thought a silver crucifix adorns the bedroom. So,
does.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Right
it
above
does.
the bed.
Yeah, I bet it does.
And if you
Yeah, I
look
love
closely at
Pat. See, no,
Jesus, it's Russell.
See,
And that's in the Bible as well. If you look closely at Jesus, you will see.
I've never been to his house, right? But I just knew there would be a crucifix above the bed.
There is. That's exactly where I keep it. I'll
It's-
say, yeah,
it's
girls,
it's
drop
like-
to your knees, do a quick prayer, then get on with the job. Come on.
From a distance, it looks quite rock and roll, but then when you're told, take your shoes off, don't walk on there, you're not allowed in there, oh, the flowers are the wrong colour.
Smell
of drink.
Yeah, Walliams is like that, isn't he? You get that? Remember that night we went out of his house? He's all.
Yeah.
You have to take your shoes off.
Pristine.
Yeah, well, you embarrassed us that day. Now, hold on a minute. Well, let's give the radio show a little bit of structure with a new item called Matt Saying Things. Now, Matt,
You haven't even spoke to me for ages.
I miss you. Are you all right?
Yeah.
Come LA. Why don't you come out here while Noel's
Yeah.
still here?
I will do.
Yeah, man, come on,
I
get
think I'm
robbed
coming
here,
to
like,
Texas. I'm
proper
going
muggers.
to Texas.
You're going to Texas? What's wrong with you? I'm going to Texas.
So are you idiot.
Do you mean home stores? what are you doing? Some shelves? What's wrong with you?
So you two boys are going to Texas? Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, South by
What for?
Southwest.
Austin.
What for?
South by Southwest.
Right, doing what though?
I'm promoting my film Forgetting Sarah Marshall, which I believe you saw this week, Matt. What did you think of the performances?
Very
Come on,
good.
Matt.
He's just gone up on his tiptoes and put his two thumbs in his waistcoat pocket, like Dick Van Dyke.
I knew this would happen. This is awkward.
Oh no, the film's come up. Well, I suppose you're going to have to give me a glowing review. I've always thought...
I stupidly sat the wrong way in my chair, and so to me it was just a woman with her mouth open. No, it was it's good. You're good in it, but the only thing I would say is you are just you.
Well, that's what acting is.
Oh, you're acting. You just got a different name.
That's what's his Pacino does that. Nell's Bill played.
always the
Jack
same.
Nicholson's been playing himself for years, whereas you've been playing with yourself
For decades.
For money.
And it's finally paid off at last. All this-
for money.
Oh, Matt Morgan there. Yeah, I know, but Matthew, remember, I do have a different name. So sometimes they'd go, Alder Snow, and I'd think, well, I'm called Russell Brand. And until someone says Russell Brand, I will stare off into the distance. In the end, they just used to prod me with a bamboo stick when they wanted me to speak. Say something! Say something! Did you notice that I said something about Noel and Liam?
You did, yes. Yeah, we noticed that.
Good, wasn't it, for me to get that in?
Oh, was that your own thing?
He's
you
only,
put in
he's
there?
only saying that because he knows that I'll now go and watch that film.
Yeah, your ego will drag you into the cinema,
Yeah.
won't it? Yeah, but hold on, I know I'm being myself in it, but that's, as Noel just eloquently explained,
That is acting.
that is acting.
An actor told me that once. Keith Allen told me that once.
Keith Allen, the actor, said it, all right? So don't argue with me, Matt. Argue with Keith Allen, actor, father of Lily Allen, woman, okay?
No, you're good. I'm not saying, it's good. But for you, I
film's
think
good.
you should take a role. You know that film with Cher, that mask film with the man with the huge face?
Oh, yes,
Something
him with
like
the huge
that.
face. What, where I'm playing a lion-faced sort of a fella?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't see how that's going to help me get birds in America, do you?
Well,
What'd be the point?
maybe at some point in the future you should do a role which is, I don't know, a bit
Yeah.
more taxing.
Good.
But you... Hold on, you said you thought...
Didn't you
that
use your own clothes for that as well?
Look, I'm not wearing that. I only wear
God.
clothes I've bought myself
Oh my
with my
God!
stylist.
Did you get paid extra because you used your own wardrobe?
No, well,
Probably it, wasn't it?
All right, I'm being attacked, and when I attack, I lash out. Now, this is what's happening now. What it was because they originally wanted that character to be an English author, but when I went to the audition, my acting was so
They
real.
went, look at him, he couldn't write a book. And he went, but literally I can. It's called My Bookie
And
Book.
here it is.
Number one
No,
bookie book
he
in the
can't
world.
write a book.
Oi, that bookie works brilliant, and as is my acting. Now, when they saw
How
the
many
audition,
copies of the bookie book did you take over with you to hand out to the, when you're meeting these people on the street and in bars?
All the ones that didn't have half price written on them, I would
Oh,
expect.
All right, okay, it's 3. So listen, like they saw me audition, they goes, well, we'll have to adapt this part. This poor man can't be expected to behave differently for more than a few moments. Look at him, he's struggling just to sit in the waiting room. So they changed it, made it all like that. And Matt, you said the film's better than Superbad.
I think it is, yeah. No, I honestly do think it's good. It's a feel-good date movie,
Yeah,
It's good.
Although, of course, you yourself eschew dating in favour of grassing up local criminals and karate. That's your lifestyle,
Yes,
of
that
course.
is my lifestyle. We've got to
now
go to the news soon, Muscle, so I'm going to,
Why? What time is it?
3 minutes.
Surely
to
not
10.
having a clock in the studio.
It
eh?
is. We haven't got a clock. We don't know what time it is. I tell you
Really?
what, right, Matthew? When we do, we
No,
don't know what time it is or nothing. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon here. We're all in Los Angeles.
Rock o'clock.
It's 3:56. We've got 4 minutes. Matthew, didn't you want to tell some story about fingers or something?
Well, no, that hasn't set it up properly, has it? If you wanna-
Well, what is it then? How do you
Well,
want
it
it set
sounds
up? We'll do it after
revolting.
the news if you want.
Okay, yeah. No, it's just this thing that I saw online about people. You can tell things about people by the length of their fingers, and I'd like to know about your hands and Noel's.
Well, as you know, I've got very elegant fingers, like a pianist, like they're
No.
made of porcelain, like a Ladro figurine, beautifully sculpted, elegant.
That or a slightly bigger Jeremy Beadland.
How dare you? He's... Oh,
Depends which
God
way-
rest his soul.
Hang on, which one?
God rest his soul. He done a lot of work for charity, that man, and he did that Officer Beadle thing that we all enjoyed. Whereas you, Noel, look at your stubby little hands. Horrible, like you're wearing mittens even when you've got no gloves on.
Has Noel
Webbed
got
fingers.
the same thumbs as Liam that you always used to go on about, Russell?
I
that
mean-
you didn't
No,
want me to
mine
mention.
Mine are opposable.
I once mentioned that Liam's thumbs are like cashew nuts. Like lovely little cashews.
How did you only met him once? How did you...
I've met him 4 times now, and on each time I've been drawn to looking at his thumbs.
Drawn to the thumb.
Very much.
I'll have a look at his little
He's your
sausage.
brother, what have you been doing?
Sausage fingers later on when I go back to the hotel.
The little Tic Tacs. Have you been? Have a look when you get back to the hotel and he's celebrating and going, "We're back! We're bloody back!"
No, he'll still be doing his Groucho / Karl Marx thing.
That's really very odd.
band of the people, the band of the people. That's what I say.
Band of the people, Oasis. Do you want some news then? Is it in time for news? No, we've got a couple
No,
of
we've
minutes.
got
Well,
time.
Okay, well, if you want to email us, do russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Have any questions you might have for Noel
Email
Gallagher.
me, havingitwriteoff.com.
That's not real.
I bet
Or-
that is.
It might be.
Well, you try it.
You keep saying it. Johnny Lee Miller's going to be on later. If you've got any questions for him, you can send them, or you can text us on
Is he coming in here?
88291. He's going to come in here. Do you know him?
I know Johnny, yeah.
I've never met him before, but apparently he's a nice fellow, is he?
He's a top geezer. He used to hang out at my house a lot back in the bad old days.
The bad old days at Supernova Heights.
Yes.
Days that apparently, according to Liam Gallagher, are back. You can text us at 88291 if you want to. Now, we want you to help as well with our item about nans. It's called Nanecdotes. It's things you've heard...
Nan bread.
Nan bread. Oh,
Nan
yeah.
bread.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah,
we
okay.
could try that as well. Listen to this. Here's an example of things that nans say that you think are all lovely, charming and funny. This one's from Charlotte in Beckenham. It's an anecdote. She says, one night my nan was staying over. I told her that I was going to bed, and she said, you better not get into Michael Jackson's bed. This was when Michael Jackson's trial was going on, so I guess she's not that mad. However, earlier the same night, we heard a funny noise in the hallway, probably the cat, and she said, oh, I hope it's not them terrorists. She lives in fear, this woman's nan. Those are not cute, charming things, rather evidence that your nan is racist and insensitive to legal issues. Time for news. OK, right, well, we've had a wonderful first hour with Noel Gallagher. Later on, we've got that opera singer coming up. He's called Sam McElroy. He's a sexy opera singer. Perhaps that lovely roadie, Big Jason from Yorkshire, he might pop in for a bit.
Big J.
Johnny Lee Miller's going to be in here.
Someone's going to play the guitar.
Someone might play the guitar, special live acoustic performance. I'm suggesting, when I'm 64, a lovely acoustic version of that, perhaps.
Oh, yeah, go on, do that. Do that, both of you.
We could
No
try
chance. There's no chance.
Hey, come on. I thought you
but
liked
Jason
the
can
Beatles.
play the guitar.
Don't point at me, midget nipples.
He's a big fan of the Beatles. I'll give him a golden opportunity to do a record with me. He just don't fall upon it. I suppose a couple of weeks he'll do his own version of that and sell it as new.
Oh, you got to go on the news, but they keep following me up trying to give me royalties for that, and I keep saying, I didn't do it with him. Take my name off it.
Seriously. How dare you? How dare you distance yourself from
No. Noel's definitely on it. He's definitely on it. I'm not on it. Take the money back. I don't want anything to do with him or his music.
Give the royalties to the victims.
They deserve it, those poor sods. OK, right, well, you know what you're listening to. This is BBC Radio 2 online on Digital 1 on 88 to 91 FM. We're live. Here's news. Jawbone, what's going on? You're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. Before Jawbone, it was the news. Noel Gallagher, he's looking under the table now. He's here with me.
The table actually stacked on cassette cases.
Yeah, we've stacked the table on cassette cases because I wanted the table to be a bit higher, because I wanted to be able to, make gestures sometimes. Go, like, say I'm making a point, like, no, that's unacceptable. I wanted to be able to slam down.
Sorry.
So it's helpful for that. That was Jawbone. Matthew, that was your choice. Of course, Noel went, I bought that record off the back of hearing it on your radio show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's album, that, yeah.
It's good, isn't he? One-man band.
Oh, is that just one guy and a bass drum and a mouth organ?
Yeah.
Brilliant, yeah.
He's a one-man band. That's him. Right, sat here with us is, of course, the lovely, the adorable Sam McElroy. He's an opera singer, aren't you, Sam?
I certainly am, Russell.
Look at that.
I certainly am.
Even his talking, it's so rich. Even his talking sounds like opera. That's genuine
I practiced
talent.
especially for you.
Did you?
I warmed up from 5 o'clock this morning.
Did you?
Just for you.
You're another beefcake we've got in here. Like Jason.
Who's the other beefcake?
Jason. Well, Nick Lennon, my manager, is a beefcake. There's no doubt about that. Also outside we've got Jason, the Yorkie roadie. He's a big.
Yeah, he's a fine lad. Yeah.
Isn't he? All these
He is.
people from Britain we've got over here.
What am I? Some
Except I'm
scruffy
Irish.
cat or something like that?
Like a scruffy little cat.
At least say I'm a lithe panther or something,
All right, then we've got live mountain
There's a bit of scrag end on the end here. He's managed to blag it in the music business somehow.
Clattering up the place is ex-builder Noel Gallagher.
Good evening.
Were it not for a gammy foot, we wouldn't have had to have tolerated the last decade of claptrap we've all so silently and patiently endured. Matthew, here's a few things that I want to go on about a little bit.
Not
Right,
about me. Leave me alone.
No, it's not about you, mate. This is about me. Good old Russell Brand.
As always.
In a way, yes. Now, what happened... You know, right, me and how funny I am? Listen to 3 things of mine that have infiltrated mainstream culture and have been nicked, and I ain't been credited for them. Here are these 3 things. You know how, Matt, say I pay for something, which I always do, being
I just
a generous
know
man.
these things are not going to be things you invented. They're
Right,
just
well...
things that people say that you go,
Coincidences, I think we call them, don't we?
Yes.
Well, you can call them coincidences, which some would say are miracles in which God remains anonymous. And Matt, you've already put your cards on the table. You're being very cynical about my claims. Well, let's
I'm
hear
an
these
everyman.
claims.
We know
you are
that.
not an everyman. You are not an everyman. You're a drunk. Oh, I'll start drinking rosé. Everyone starts drinking rosé. I'll start drinking cider. Everyone starts drinking cider. I'm an everyman. When simply he's a drunk. That's all that organ is, and all he ever has been. But me, Russell brand. This is ways that I've infiltrated American mainstream culture.
American mainstream culture?
American, and I've not been
What?
credited.
American culture?
Can you listen to this? Instead of attacking me, Russell Brand, me and my weak back have penetrated mainstream culture and have not been credited. And I'll tell you what my back's been through. Things that the Passion of the Christ wouldn't have tolerated what I've had on my back. The lashings, the trials, the tribulations, the crucifixions, and yet still I'm standing. Very much like Elton John, but for the wrong reasons. Now listen to this. These are my 3 things that have penetrated mainstream American culture for which I've yet to be credited. Sam is warming up his mouth in the most erotic fashion imaginable. 1.
I'm glad it's doing it for you, Russell. I'm glad.
God, I can't even believe he's in the same room. It's like the voice of God coming in when he's Italia 90.
Just for the British public, that was not me. That was Russell.
Although I am a trained singer, Noel Gallagher
Lest
refuses
any rumours
royalties.
get out there that I can't sing.
Hey! Whoa! Let's not start that. We've already had the abuse of Noel saying he refuses royalties from my brilliant cover of When I'm 64.
Not being involved in that shocker.
Because he finds it insulting. Now listen, right, here's my... Can I please say my ways that I've
Yes,
penetrated
come
mainstream
on.
Right, Matt, you know how always if I pay for something, which I often do, and someone goes, oh no, it's alright, I go, don't worry about that, I've got more money down the bank. That ain't even all my money. I've got loads of it down the bank, I say. Now
Which is
you
just arrogant.
Right, yes, that's it, the arrogance. Now you know I do that, don't I?
Yes, I do. I will admit you do that.
I do go, that's all right, that's not even all my money, I've got more down the bank. Now, I was watching the film Heartbreak Kid, starring Ben Stiller, when that very thing was said as a line in the film. Example 1 of me
No, hang
penetrating
on.
mainstream...
What exactly was said? Oh, I've got more in the bank. I bet that's all he said.
That's right, yes.
No.
So that's example 1,
You
all right?
absorbed that years ago, then thought it was your own thing.
Heartbreak Kid's not been out long.
No, I mean, but it's been around. People have gone,
Ben
oh, I've got
Stiller's
more in
not
the
part
bank.
of mainstream American culture. He's rubbish.
Oh, I like him. Don't attack him in case I have to do films with people, Noel. Stop ruining my career. For God's sake, you've done enough damage with your accompaniment of When I'm 64. And, right, second thing. From the film Juno, you know that thing I'm always saying about, and I think you said it as well, Matt, I think it's mainly me, about, like, say there's a kid at school that smells a bit weird, and then you go around that kid's house, and their whole house smells of the smell of that
I
kid.
said that. I was the man who said that.
What's his name? Cedric West.
Your whole house smells of dead prostitutes. As do you, Cedric West. You'll never be welcome here. Yeah, right, well, all right. Maybe it was you that said that, Matt, first. But nonetheless, who was it that first put it on a DVD? Old Russ, that's who. Now, I see the film Juno. Michael Cera, the brilliant young actor, says of a girl in their school, she smells of soup. I went round her house, her whole house smells of soup. That's example 2 of me penetrating American...
Penetrating?
I'll penetrate you. I'll penetrate you up the back.
Everyone in America's using the word penetrate. I invented it.
I may have a weak back, but I've still got a powerful mind. Right, and then third example.
Oh,
you know,
God, these are boring.
Hey, this is the final one, just tolerate it. Now, you know how sometimes people go, oh, how are you going to dress tonight? They say to me, how are you going to dress? What are you going to wear?
Who says that?
People make inquiries.
And then you turn to Sharon and go, how am I going to dress tonight?
That is generally what happens, yes.
Oh, that's more like it, isn't it?
Yeah, that is what happens sometimes.
We're going to wear tonight, Russell. Just give us a second. Sharon?
What will I be wearing?
Oh, what will I be wearing this evening? Oh, brilliant. Yes, I'll be wearing gay biker tonight.
Jealous of my new jacket, obviously, which I've bought, in which I look brilliant. Well, anyway, actually, as a comical answer, I sometimes go, oh, I'll be going dressed as a little Dutch girl. I was watching Curb Your Enthusiasm, the character Jeff says to Larry David, I'll be dressing as a little Dutch girl in response to the same question. That's my 3 examples of how I've penetrated, yes, that's right, penetrated, American mainstream culture.
It's not.
Wow.
I don't go with you on those things.
No, none
This
of
is
them.
like when what used to say to me, if you look at a weather girl and really try and make her make a mistake, she'll make a mistake. He used to say that to me, and then he'd go, look, both really try and do it.
And then you take credit for it.
Yeah, you laugh at that.
I'm the master
you
of the
laugh,
universe, you all right?
But 6 months later, Ulrika Johnson had another baby. So who's the real master of the mind here? Before then,
Sharon. That's who the master of the mind
Michael
is.
Fish, before too long.
If Sharon concentrates enough on that jacket, you won't wear it anymore.
How dare you undermine my authority as a man? Now, Sam McElroy, the opera singer, is here. This gives us a golden opportunity to do a special edition of my regular item Gay, this week with special guest host Noel Gallagher, who will be special guest host. Gay! Right, now, Sam, you've heard that jingle. Would you recreate it? Do you need to hear it again? Because that's the first time you've heard it.
I've never heard that in my life, and
Right.
I'd love to hear it again.
Let's play it again, then it will be recreated by... Gay! Do that in an operatic way, if you would, Sam, the opera singer.
Russell's regular item. Gay.
Oh, bloody hell! That was so operatic. I've never heard anything so operatic. That was lovely.
Actually, Russell, I wrote you a song.
Yeah, oh, have you?
Yeah, I was sitting in the green room.
Oh, dear.
And you left me in there for so long.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
So I decided to write you a little song.
Okay.
I'm going for a brew, Matt. I'll see you in a bit.
No, you sit tight. Well, look, after my regular item, Gay, you can do your new and frankly unwelcome item, song.
All right.
All right?
All right,
But
okay.
first, regular item, Gay. Now, this week's special guest host is Noel Gallagher.
Yoo-hoo.
There he is. See, he's already in the spirit of things. Dear Russell, this is from Sean Cleghorn. What a beautiful name.
Lovely.
Dear Russell, Matt G, and this person wouldn't have known, Noel Gallagher. I've got a gay problem, can you help? I was recently having my hair cut, I was talking to my barber, having a good chat, just being friendly. He suggested I give him my number in case I wanted a haircut after he'd closed. He said I should text him, but he'd stick around and sort me out, so we exchanged numbers. After some reflection, I think I've accidentally tapped up this gay gentleman. I'm very flattered, but it leaves some awkward questions. Do you think I'm jumping the gun? Is question one. Am I simply buying into the stereotype of gay hairdressers? Can I ever go back? He was pretty cheap, he did a good job, but it'll be really embarrassing if I go back there and he wonders why I haven't been in touch. He hasn't contacted me yet. Should I be offended? All of these questions from Sean in London. Noel Gallagher, what do you think?
He sounds, what's his name again, sorry?
Sean
Sean.
Cleghorn.
I know his dad, Foghorn.
Foghorn Cleghorn. He always struck me as a man who was very sure of his sexuality.
These seem drama queen straight away.
What, you think that
There's too
hairdresser's
many-
just
yeah,
helping?
he's analysing it too much. He thinks that he's the bee's knees to gay men.
But really, that hairdresser's just being friendly.
Yeah, well, I'll be, yeah, of course.
Have you ever been tapped up by a gay gentleman yourself, Noel? Other than when we was
God-
around Wallims's and Kenny Goss kept touching you and everything?
I get tapped up by the gays on a regular basis.
Why do you think they like you? Because you're a little scruffy alley cat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, yeah. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I have. I don't. I just must give off a pink vibe.
Yeah, you certainly do. I must say, I think that, just in case this show has been coming across, because we've been talking about homosexuality a lot, and I think
Yeah,
that's
you
probably
said
because...
puffed twice, and I've said it once.
Oh well, don't leave me out.
Go on, Matt. No, you have a quick go.
Puffed her.
There we go. But of course, we're great friends of the gay community on this show. Me more than ever. Now I've been going to a lot of AA meetings in Los Angeles. And
Why is your car broke?
listen, as you know, I have a serious problem with alcohol. Some of us don't make light of it.
Can't handle your beer.
I simply can't. But like out here in Los Angeles, there's different subgenres of Alcoholics Anonymous, and I kept really thinking, wow, there's a lot of blokes at these AA meetings that I'm going to. I'm half getting chatted up a lot. Oh, I've got a new boyfriend, etc., etc., etc. Then I looked at the book that I've been the directory for the AA meetings I've been attended, and there's like a key that says, oh, if one has GAY in front of it, that means it's a gay meeting.
Gay
So I've
A?
been going. Gay A. I've been going to gay A meetings.
What, people
Yeah.
trying to give up being gay?
They're not trying to give up being gay. They're more than happy with being gay. And why wouldn't
right.
they be? It sounds like a lot of fun. But, like, nonetheless...
It's quite
I'm just-
interesting that they didn't think you were out of place there.
No, they loved
Walking
having
in.
me there.
They probably just thought, he's got a weak back. Poor
Be
guy.
gentle with this one. his spine's like chalk. He could crumble into the dust, the poor sod. Yeah, well, there you are. So just in case we was coming across homophobic, which certainly we're not, because
No.
I'm well into gay culture, me. I love it.
Yes.
Thing is, though, what I do, which I think I need to... If, say, like, I'm chatting to a gay lad and he's coming on to me a bit, so as not to offend him, I sort of go along with it and get more and more gay myself, until eventually I go out of him a bit. Because I thought, oh, this person likes me, always giving me attention.
Well, I mean, if you've invested that much time in it, you might as well finish it off.
Right, because I find it hard to start relationships. I mean, look at my relationship with Dita Von Teese. One text message. That was it. Over, done with, thanks to Matt
She obviously
Morgan.
Googled you when she got back to wherever she was and just thought, he's an idiot.
I got to Google her. What would now give to Google her? She knew who I
Oh,
was.
he looks kind of interesting, but in fact, he's an idiot.
There we go, and that's the end of that matter. Matthew, when are you going to do your item about these fingers that you keep harping on about, and how would you like me to
Whenever
introduce
I can
it?
get a chance.
Right, time now for Matt's new item, Matt talking about fingers. Now, perhaps opera singer Sam, you'd like to do a jingle for that.
I don't think we've
Just-
heard enough opera.
No, have I? No, we haven't. We've
Nessun Dorma, right now.
All right, I'm going to give you some opera. All right.
He's standing up.
This is
No,
a
that's
little
like
bit-
saying to you, Wonderwall.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, which people do regularly say to you, then they shake their heads piteously. Come on, let's have that. Let's do that Wonderwall. What were you thinking?
No, they do the universal sign for...
Rubbing fingers together, cash cow. That's what that means. Right, here comes Sam. Are you doing that song you wrote for me?
Yeah, I wrote this for you, Russell,
Right.
just out of pure affection.
Thank you very much.
I was sitting in the green room and I had way too much time on my hands.
Okay.
So I decided to write this. It's inspired by the beautiful Mozart, okay?
Lovely.
You ready for this?
Well, here we go. This is Sam McElroy.
Russell Brand is a cad and a bounder. In his trousers he keeps a dead flounder. When I met him I feared he was gay, so when he grabbed my girlfriend's ass, I realized it was all just for show, though, and agreed to this operatic farce.
Well done, Sam. Beautiful composition. You've broken quite a lot of broadcasting laws during that song.
Have I?
Sam, quite a lot. Yes, it was sexist, racist and
The word
homophobic.
realised is not allowed on the radio.
It should be avoided. Now, this is one thing I noticed. Me and Sharon were trying to get you, Sam, to sing a little ditty when we met in that bar, because me and Sharon have written a lovely new song. It's a song that gets me through the day, because as you know, I hate to do some work. Sharon, come round here. She's in the room with me now. And so every day, right, before I have to go to work...
Surrounded by immense talent in this room.
It's incredible. It must be lovely for you
Yeah,
to see
it's
such
brilliant.
original
Yeah.
songwriting talent, Noel.
It's colossal.
The only person in this room who ain't done a song is the only person who's got a right to. Noel Gallagher.
Jason, get in here. Come on.
Get him in. Get your guitar
Give us a
technician in
tune.
here. Butch this room up a little bit. Now, right, so every day before I go to work, this is how I console myself. It's an existential ditty, what I like to do. And this is how it goes. Right, you ready, Sharon?
Yes.
Sharon stood and you've got
Hello,
a little
Matt.
microphone.
Hello.
Don't use this. Everyone keeps chatting to Matt like this isn't a radio show on Radio 2. We've got to be more professional. Okay, all done, isn't it? That's the worst. Okay, right, so ready? And we'll do the dance as well. You can see the pictures of this dance on the website, bbc.co.uk.
Does anybody want coffee? I'm going to go and get
No, sit still!
Matt,
The minute the
Yes,
attention
please.
would you like anything from
drifts from you.
Starbucks? Mocha chocolate locker? Yeah.
I'm
I
surprised.
won't be coming out there. It sounds stupid.
Look, don't judge us by this radio show. A lot of the time, things aren't this stupid. Now, here we go. Right, here's our song. Me and Sharon, starting from now.
This will be all done. This will be all done. Soon we'll all be back in bed. This will be all done. This will be all done. Soon we'll all be nice and dead.
That's the song we sing to get us through the day. Soon we'll all be nice and dead.
What
It's an
on
existent...
earth is going on out there?
Soon to be available in the 98-cent shop in the Mexican quarter.
mechanically torn apart record. Okay, so that is... We were trying to get Sam to
Are
do
you
an
doing
operatic...
difficult things that you don't like doing then? Because that sounds like you say that sort of thing when you've got to go and do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, like...
This will be all done soon, won't it?
This will be done when it matters. Soon we'll be back in bed, won't we? We'll be dead soon, then this won't matter no more. It was, and then we turned it into a song.
You're always saying that when you're trying to get off with women, aren't you?
What's
Yeah,
that? Like,
he
you
does
like-
come out.
You know,
that
that nonsense that you utter. You know, we're just with particles floating in space for time, so let's go upstairs and rot
Yeah.
like stags. And then not call each other ever again.
That is one of my patented chat-up lines, Noel, that you've just squandered on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works quite well.
If you live within a 30-mile radius, I'll get you a taxi. If not, bye-bye.
I'm afraid it's the train for you, but I appreciate
And if you could call the Bizarre column in the Sun and tell them I was wonderful.
I would be very, very grateful. Thank you so much. That's very flattering. You can come again, as a matter of fact. Now, listen. So, yeah, we were suggesting that Sam sing that lovely ditty. This will be all done. This will be all done. We wanted him to do it in his opera voice. Sam was very keen to do it, but his girlfriend, Georgie, wouldn't let him do it. She was victimising and bullying you, Sam. She was going, don't do it.
Terrified that I was going to make a scene. She was terrified, wasn't she?
She was
Such a
really,
booming
really...
voice, you see. Everyone would look round.
I know all these people in Beverly Hills. She thought I was going to make a bit of a fool of myself.
Why
you know.
didn't you stand up to him? Or...
Can't make a fool of yourself in front of him. Look at him.
I know,
Hey.
exactly. Look at him. He upstaged me majorly.
Listen, I was a
I could be an
real
opera
social
singer.
hit.
It's easy.
Matthew, stop it. You could not... Go on then, do some opera singing now. You've made a claim. Let's hear you.
This will be all done. This will be all done.
It's quite good.
See?
Well done.
It's easy.
Sounds exactly the same.
Oh, don't undermine Sam. That's his job. Imagine if
lead
he
him.
ripped off a load of Beatles records, how you'd feel. You'd feel he'd stolen your thunder, wouldn't you?
That's never done me any harm.
There we are. Got Matthew, you're a gifted opera singer.
Well, you know.
All right, Matthew, after me. Ready?
What
What does that
Are you
mean?
going to do this? We'll all be
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Matthew's, he's
What do I
done
have to
one
do?
opera
What,
line.
wait until
and
you
now-
finished?
Ready, Matthew, after me.
What are you going to
Okay.
do?
This will be all done.
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 Soon we'll be in bed.
Soon we'll
Put that
be
together.
in bed.
This will be all done. This will be all done.
Soon we'll be in bed.
Soon
Well, you've ruined it,
we'll
haven't
be
you?
nice and dead.
No.
Matthew, get yourself on a plane and come and have some lessons, all
Get
right?
some opera lessons, Matt. I've not been so ashamed since you nosed up that banana eating record.
Well, I feel just as sick now.
You've
hurts
embarrassed us
doing
in
that.
front of our... Oh, did it hurt you, mate?
It hurt a bit.
Okay, well, listen, I think it was bold and brave of you to try. Get over here to Los Angeles while Noel's still out here. We'll get you singing yet, young man. Right, what record do you want to play, or should we play something? Let's put on an Oasis record.
I was going to put on When You're Young by The Jam, which harks back to what we were talking about earlier.
Don't even mention it. Seriously,
mention it,
don't
'cause-
mention it. Put the
Okay.
Jam on right now.
No,
No, don't go
right,
there.
go on,
Don't
put it
do
on.
Put it
Jam!
on. Put it on.
Radio 2 Jam!
There we go.
That was The Jam. It's by teen sensation Paul Weller. Billy Piper.
Move away from the subject, man.
We've been making jokes about...
We
Paul-
haven't. No.
Oh, no. No,
but seriously, no,
well
we
scared
haven't.
of Paul Weller, isn't he?
Oh. Well, he knows where I live.
Yep, it's all going to be pretty ugly for you. We have been joined by yet another special guest. Please welcome, with actual atmosphere, actor Johnny Lee Miller. Johnny Lee Miller in the room. He's here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Johnny. Come close to the mic,
Right,
dear.
there you go.
Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's nice that you had that reunion with Noel.
It was a special moment.
I saw it in the corridor. I moved away because it was like a Merchant Ivory
Too
film.
much power. Too much power, wasn't it?
Too much power.
I could let out with Johnny. We go back years.
Yeah, what was this? So you two, what do you mean? How do you know each other? What's going on?
Well, in the swinging 90s,
swinging 90s, yeah.
talent past inevitably, we clashed,
Yeah, clashed.
We loved in,
Fair enough.
We've done some things we're not very proud of. We've done some things we're really proud of.
No,
I was actually shocked when I first met him. Was in I was in my house,
Yeah.
and I was obviously in the middle of train spotting, and
Yeah,
We were
that
doing
film
the
was
film.
deleted. That scene was deleted.
I was with Ewan, and Ewan says, "Oh, have you met Johnny?" And he still had the peroxide hair. And I went, "All right, Johnny, please meet." He went, "All right, mate." And I was like, "Are you not Scottish?" And he went, "No, where are you from?" He's like, "Oh, no, I'm from Amsterdam." or something. I was like, "I can't believe you're not Scottish." And it really done me head in for ages. I had to go and take drugs.
Don't take drugs. Drugs are bad. So that's it. Yeah, that's some good acting by you there, Johnny Lee Miller, convincing people you're from an entirely another country,
Yeah,
Scotland.
I did a good acting once. Yeah.
Good. No, not only now you're being modest there, because there's other things you've been very good at the moment. Right? What's this thing, Eli Stone? What you're doing?
Yeah, it's a TV show over here on
Quite a big
ABC.
TV show because I see the
Well,
trailer for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's on at 10 o'clock Thursday nights, and we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We've only been on the air 5 weeks so far.
You do an American accent in that, do you?
Yeah, Johnny accents.
Johnny accents. Me when
Johnny the voice.
I've just started.
Johnny the voice.
Johnny
Miller.
the voice.
Listen, you two, will you stop feeling each other up, right? I've started doing acting recently, being in films. Now, I've been in 2 films. I just being me. Like, just, here's a man with some hair. That's the part I'm generally cast in.
Yeah.
Do you think to be considered a real actor at some point I might have to be slightly different?
Yeah.
Maybe a hat, I was thinking.
Yeah, or do you wear the hair down or do you put it up?
Well, actually, in this new Disney film I'm doing with Adam Sandler, I have my hair in a ponytail, so...
See, you drop that one in. See, there's the in this new Disney film with Adam Sandler. You see that?
Out of
Name
Christmas.
dropper.
Yeah.
It's out of Christmas.
Bigger than me already, mate.
No, I don't know about that, Johnny, because you're a very skilled actor. Not only that, Paul McKenna, hypnotist, mutual friend, liar, philanderer, trickster, con man, charlatan, fraud, Paul McKenna, change your life in 7 days with a bit of help from Paul McKenna. That was me, by the way, not Sam the opera singer. That's another one of my talents. Right, he told me that we had an item on this show once where we talked about animals that you'd most like to have sex with. Noel Gallagher said a minor bird because, I don't know why it was.
On the conversation with it afterwards.
That's really sweet that you're a
In your
sensitive
voice.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the ideal narcissistic sexual experience. Yeah, that was great. Well done. Yeah, thank you. You were pretty good as well.
Blinding that, wasn't it? Aye.
Is that the conversations you have with Sarah after sex? That poor woman.
No, I apologise after sex. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah.
Probably you'll have to do another baby.
I could do it again. I could.
Now, Johnny Lee Miller, when posed with a similar question, not even by us at this show, but by Paul McKenna, I believe you responded that the animal you'd most like to have sex with was a giraffe because of its eyelashes.
Well, it could well have been, but I mean, Paul's doing this. What's his show? Paul McKenna will make you thin.
Paul McKenna will make
I
you
went
thin.
out with Paul McKenna, and let me tell you, Paul McKenna will make you drunk.
He will make you drunk. Yeah, he does. Because remember, Matt, my mate Matt, who's in London now, Johnny. He was like, he's a nervous flyer, a nervous man in general.
I'm not.
You're very nervous, and then we're like very nervous about. That's him in London that you heard. Johnny Lee Miller was baffled by that. One of the world's finest actors. He is a disembodied voice. It threw him.
I believe he was acting when he was doing that. You
My
see?
God, that's possible
You
now.
see?
What's the acting?
You see right through me now.
Well, I'm a fan, John. You know?
Look at you two. I've never seen anything quite like it. It's lovely to be involved.
I'm finally. I'm on it. We're equal talent in the room now.
Right. Well, it must be difficult being dwarfed by me hour after hour.
Only in size, Russell. Only in size. At least my nipples are bigger than yours.
Well, if you have to look to our nipples to find an area which you can triumph,
I'll just anything you want.
my Beatles covers are better than your Beatles covers.
3 swimming pools. Move on.
Look at Noel's nipples. I want to know what they look like.
No.
Oh, he don't
Come
want
on.
to get him out. He's
bet
probably
they're
still breastfeeding his
they're like
baby.
brown dinner plates.
I'm a northern man. The nipples will be for
Keep 'em
Sarah
away.
Donovan's consumption.
I don't want to see your nipples, Noel. The nation doesn't need that. None of us need. Even an audible description of his nipples would be unsettling. Johnny Lee Miller. So, listen, tell us some actual facts about how to cope with life in Los Angeles, because, frankly, it's a baffling struggle. Are you all right?
No.
No.
No, yeah, I'm all right. Actually, get to you have to get to know the city properly, rather than English people think they know LA,
Right.
and you need to have friends from here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
How are we going to make friends with people?
I don't know. I could introduce you to some if you like.
Well,
How long are you here?
for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, well, that's easy.
Until he finally accepts that I don't like him and he goes home.
Can't cope with me.
You're not going to make it in this town,
So
kid.
jealous.
Please leave. Please leave. But no, I shan't leave. No.
You can't bear it that some of us can successfully break America, can you?
No.
Eh? That I've come
No.
over here, I've smashed this country right up in a couple of movies. People are definitely, maybe, my God, that doesn't make sense. One or the other, surely.
Yes.
Whereas me, Disney, they're queuing up to work with me. Mickey Mouse, Goofy, Pluto, all of them.
Oh, what, in the cafe? What, in the Disney shop?
I'm very popular in there.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes. Now, come on, let's concentrate on Johnny Lee Miller, because he's just got here, and let's give him some actual attention, make him feel beloved. God. Right. Your granddad was M out of James Bond.
Yeah.
Do you think that gave you some acting skills?
Yeah.
Almost certainly. I've done that bad thing of asking questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. They teach you that day one of presenter school.
Why was M?
Yeah. How, what, where,
Yeah.
why, when. That's what you've got to do.
Yeah. How did that happen then?
How did M, why, when? Johnny.
No comment.
Johnny, how, what, why, when, Angelina Jolie? What, why, when, how? Angelina
Discuss.
Jolie. Johnny, Angelina Jolie, is she jolly? Or is she down in the dumps? Is that why she keep adopting everybody? Because how, what, why, when? I can see you're embarrassed. Sam, do an opera song.
At least you haven't sexualised the interview yet.
Hell yeah, I've yet to sexualise it. That's something to look forward to.
It is.
Very shortly, we will be sexualising this interview, but before that, Matt's going to bail me out with a new item called If Your Ring Finger is Longer Than Your Index Finger. Matt, tell us.
Well,
What is this?
seeing as you
Matt
ask.
Morgan's... OK, have a look at this, everyone. Matt's got an item that he's doing over in the UK. It's something to do with how your hands tell you about yourself. Now, Matt's
Bear with
hands, you
me.
could tell that he's a fervid masturbator, for
No,
example.
basically, if your index finger is longer than your ring finger, right,
Yeah.
you're, like, there's loads of things. If you're male, you're more likely to have an early heart attack.
Oh no! What's that got to do with your
You've got
hands?
a lower sperm count.
Yep.
What, if
You've got
you're
to
a
look at
man,
your
you've got a
hands.
lower sperm count?
Your
This doesn't make
index
sense.
finger and your ring finger, yeah? So the
Right, you look at your... Hold on, let's introduce this...
Everybody's looking at my hand. It's brilliant.
Only because you've got
don't
it down your trousers, Noel.
Noel's looking very worried at this point.
I might just draw them to the nipple.
It has to be the right hand, does it?
Really red there.
both hands.
Right, we look at... Hold on, so let's set this arm properly. We look at both our hands. Right, do this at home, listeners of the show. Look at both your hands. Even if you're driving, let go of the steering wheel and stare at your hands. What does it tell you about you? You're a dangerous driver. Matthew, so what? We look at our hands, then what, Matthew?
Right, so look at your index finger that you use to point at people and say, "Where's my lunch?" Yeah.
Where's my lunch? Where's my taxi? I
That
didn't ask
one.
for that waistcoat.
And
Yes.
then- and then ignore the one next to that and go to the next
sex
one, which
finger.
is your wedding ring finger, yeah?
Okay, right, yeah. So ignore the sex finger, move on to the ring finger. Yes,
Which one's
then
your
what?
sex finger?
The longest one. That's the guy that does all the work, even on the left hand. All those
Sometimes he
years.
brings his chums. Right,
Okay,
so-
guys, this girl's a real lover of action. You can all join in. Dive in, boys.
Let's make a fist.
Oh, Noel Gallagher, ruining a generation of teenagers.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there. You know. Just saying.
If you didn't understand that, don't ask. That's what that. then we
I'd just like to say fisting is wrong.
Well, right, okay, not the views of the BBC. Fisting might be all right. We don't know at this stage.
you know,
The jury's
Whatever.
out.
Fisting, that's brilliant.
With consent, it's fine.
Anything with consent is fine, but if you're a young person who don't understand that word, just look out the window now, and I'd like you just to think of the words that Bagpuss would speak. Oh, we will fix it, drift away. Don't think about the fisting anymore. Right, okay,
Right,
now let's
fingers,
go.
come on.
Fingers. Yeah, go on, back
Right,
to
so
fingers.
my index finger is shorter than my wedding ring finger, which
What
is
does
the
that
best
mean?
way
Coward?
to be if you're a man.
Yeah,
no, high
that's mine as well,
testosterone.
Matty boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
it
I
means
reckon,
what?
Russell, your index finger's like a big long snooker cue.
Yeah, it is. It's dangling out over the edge of the rest of my hand.
They actually
Is
look
it?
the
Really?
same length.
Mine, actually, no, I think mine are the exact same length. Beautiful symmetry.
Yours
No,
is
that's-
longer. Russell's is
I knew
officially
it would
longer.
be. I knew it would be.
Well, hold on.
He's doing weird things to twist his hand to make it look...
Yeah.
He's doing that thing that Mork used to do, Mork and Mindy, and trying to make you look like...
He's abusing parallax. That's wrong.
All right, I'm not abusing parallax. I've had some accusations in the past.
Right, this
but
is me
abusing
and
parallax-
Noel.
Come on this radio show.
Me and Noel
Right,
are
listen.
better at football, rugby, basketball, etc.
I've seen
Can
you play
run
all those games, you're
faster,
rubbish.
Can endure
Basketball,
hard and sustained
basketball and
physical
rugby.
labour.
You're a slam dunker.
Hold on,
Tend
all
to
right.
be musical. Tend to be
Yes.
more likely to be left-handed. More likely to have
Yeah,
autism.
I am left-handed. I am
You are left-handed.
I am left-handed.
More aggressive.
Wow.
As
Oh,
children,
wow.
these types are more hyperactive. And Russell's hand.
Yeah, what does
oh
it say about
dear.
me?
Early
What does
breast
it say?
cancer.
Oh, no.
Well, you know...
As
thought I had a few
children,
more
more
years.
emotional. Tendency to complain of headaches. Clingy.
I've got a headache. Got a headache. I am clingy. I do have an headache.
Lower sperm count.
Hey, I won't have that attack.
More likely
I've got
to have eating
millions.
disorders, particularly bulimia.
Oh, Christ,
Superior
I've had that.
verbal abilities.
Woohoo!
Hey,
Language.
bonus.
That's
High
good.
scores for neuroticism.
Yeah.
Where's my one rubbish?
If male, more likely to be homosexual. That's true.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
So what?
That is interesting, Russell. You've got low testosterone. But it's
Right,
made
let's have
you...
a look at Johnny Lee Miller's lovely little hands. Well, he's got nothing but a claw there. It's like a raven's foot. Big talons. Gorgeous, actually. Big, lovely hands. Now, which-
Same, little bit shorter the index
Yeah.
finger.
so you're another testosterone-fueled yobbo.
Yeah.
Yet another one. Well, no wonder I have to provide this nation
I
with some
can vouch
elegance
for
and
that.
grace. Yeah?
That's really
I can vouch
interesting,
for that, yeah.
Russell.
What do you mean? What, so you think that this system makes sense? I think that my...
Well, it's proven to.
So,
This was in the Daily Mail.
So what?
Also, we shouldn't allow immigration, I've also just learned. Matthew, you can't trust the Daily Mail's opinions on anything. Remember when Alison
No, no.
Boshoff wrote that I was an attention-seeking neurotic with odd-shaped length fingers,
I
that I
do.
had a tendency to headaches and a chalky
Boshoff has
spine?
knocked this up. This actually is
Is the
photos
Daily
of
Mail
you in it.
Johnny Lee
It's
Miller?
the Daily Mail suggesting that, you know, when you come into the States, they have to take fingerprint now.
Yes.
Maybe if you come into the UK, they have to measure your...
Finger length?
Your
Yeah,
wedding
exactly.
ring. Yeah, that would be...
Yeah, just have a look at your finger and say, oh dear, dear,
No,
dear,
no,
you're
no,
going to be
no,
deeply neurotic.
Yeah, deep-
no,
yes.
you won't
Would
fit
you like
in
a taxi to Harley Street?
here. Take you directly to Harley Street. Look at your peculiar digits. Ghastly character you are. Okay, fair enough. Well, Matthew, what is your conclusions you've drawn from this, Matthew? That there's something wrong with me? Is that what
That
you're saying,
you're a
essentially?
feminine man, but you've got
Right.
superior verbal abilities. You know, you've got some feminine traits, which are positives, but also you've got
Yeah.
a very weak back. And huge long fingers, like
I had a
E.T.
massage earlier. Snoop Doggy Dogg's got lovely long fingers that taper in at the end. Lovely, like candles. That's what I like most about him. Johnny Lee Miller. Oh, no, I had a really important question for Johnny Lee Miller about life. And now, because of you attacking me incessantly, it's buckled it. Oh, yeah, this is my important thing that I wanted to tell everyone. Perhaps I'll tell you after a record. I'll tell you what, let's stick on a record, and then I've got a lovely anecdote about an embarrassing situation that happened to me at a traffic light. So, Matthew, what are you putting on, mate? Why don't you put on a bloody Oasis song?
No, because you're doing that thing again with Chrissie Hynde. Do you remember when you went, oh, go on, put on a Pretenders song, and she didn't like it? No, we'll get uncomfortable.
What I won't do is that other thing I've done with Chrissie Hynde, sing a song, and the other thing I've done with Chrissie Hynde, I goes, yeah, all right, Chrissie, yeah, I remember I slept with your daughter. No, listen to this. I said that I accidentally, because the conversation was going a bit dry, I goes, oh, yeah, I slept with your daughter. And I thought, oh, no, she's an older woman. This is... I thought to get the conversation going. And then I goes, mind you, though, Chrissie, a lot of people like mother and daughter threesomes. I thought that'll really help the atmosphere. It made it worse, Johnny.
Have you slept with a daughter?
Yeah, I went out with her daughter. She was a lovely person, actually.
Have you said you've slept with a daughter? Well,
yeah,
fair enough.
It's just a fact. Just a simple, cold, hard fact said to a mother in an already awkward situation.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't like going up to going, yeah, I slept with your daughter, yeah?
Well, actually, that is how I did it.
It's a million miles from that.
And have you got any sons? I'll sleep with them and all.
I'll do a lot of them. You got a dog, have you? I'm vegetarian, are you? I'll have your burger, love. Yeah, I'll give us that pate. Go on, cauldron pate. I'll do it, love. Go on, I'll drill that up. There's nothing I won't.
I'll sleep with all your kids.
Yeah, I'll sleep with all of them. All the pretenders, get them in here. Oh, there's no pretenders with me. I'll actually do it.
I like playing games, love. I'll sleep with them all.
I'll do the lot of you. Low sperm count, I'm millions. I'm giving the stuff away. I just threw an handful out my window.
You want to see the brass in my pocket, love?
Brass in my pocket? I'll rock it. Go on. There we are. So there's some terrible things that I'll have to apologise for.
And here comes the Pretenders. And
brass in my pocket. What shall we listen to?
No, right, this is a song by Todd Rundgren called Dust in the Wind, and I think Noel should cover it.
What? What are you bossing Noel Gallagher about for?
I'm just saying he should. I'm not
are?
saying that at the end of the song he's got to cover it.
You stand at your window, grassing people
I am an
up,
opera
then
singer.
you think you are not an
Give
opera.
me some more respect.
Sam said you won't cut it. He said you can't cut the grade. You won't
Sam
make
was
it.
shaken to his core. Someone just stepped up and did that.
he's actually sat here with his arms folded, looking quite tense at the fact.
I think you have got a future as an opera singer. You could be like that blind bloke who's an opera singer, Matt.
He could be like the quirky little... Like, hey, have you seen that? Have you seen that bloke who does opera? Quirky little fella.
Who looks all homeless.
Yeah.
The homeless tramp opera singer.
yeah.
Let's get beyond it. You we're talking about, Matt. You.
And the Sonic Youth T-shirt and the Winkle Picker boots.
Yeah, any odd. He's disgusting, isn't he? Yeah, let's kill him. All right. That's what will happen. That is actually what will happen. All right, come on, let's stick on right. So this is a thing that Matt Morgan, just some bloke, has seen fit to tell Noel Gallagher, award-winning musician, to cover. Let's have a little listen to that. Who is it, mate?
Todd Rundgren, his name
Todd
is.
Rundgren.
Shut up, long fingers.
Let's listen
Wagging around.
I'm jabbing my finger at you.
That was rubbish.
That's good.
That was rubbish.
No,
He
you
won't
gotta
listen to
it
it
again.
properly.
I was like, as soon as,
I could hear you all nattering, you weren't listening.
They weren't
Come
nattering.
on,
You
Noel.
should have seen
You, just an
Johnny and
acoustic
Noel all
guitar
over each
doing
other's
that.
laps. It's terrible. Yeah, well, listen, Matt.
You'd be back.
Yeah.
Your career as a musical impresario, Matthew, is finished. You've got more chances of making it as an opera singer, and let me tell you, that is a slender dream and all, after that racket we've just tolerated from you. Here are some text messages from people listening to our show. Dear Russ, can you please ask Noel if the rumours going around about him being turned away from Elton John's post-Oscar party because he recorded a blasphemous version of Candle in the Wind are true? The nation needs answers. Laura, is that true, Noel Gallagher?
No.
That's not true. Did you record a blasphemous version of Candle in the Wind?
I regularly.
Right, that's what you do.
Post it on my website, havingitwriteoff.com.
Don't do that because people. What is that? What is that website you keep going on about?
It's my website.
You don't need a website. What's on it?
www.havingitwriteoff.com.
Was it about this having it?
It's
right,
about me
your
having
feelings.
me having it right off.
You can't have it right off. Look at you. You soppy sod.
It obviously doesn't exist. Before you type it in, it's obviously a joke. Sarah, there's a geezer here trying to Google havingitwriteoff.com. But by the way, if anyone's thinking of using that name for a website,
Yeah,
I have a recording of this show.
Right.
Where I indeed come... That's how I
not copyright.
penetrated national American culture.
About fucking... Oh, no! Sorry for the language!
Oh, dear.
Hey, I apologise. Johnny Lee Miller has taken off his headphones in disgust. Your Majesty
I
the Queen,
apologise
everybody.
too, even though I didn't do anything.
I'm not apologising.
I'd like to
That's so unprofessional.
Terrible,
so
actually,
unprofessional.
because children could be watching.
I
can't be watching
listening.
I have to
radio.
exercise
There might be children there
so
watching.
much personal to not swear, because I swear a lot.
I know you
and if
do.
I can come in here for
Yeah,
2 hours
I know.
and hold
Sorry.
it down and only use the word fist, right, as a joke.
Sorry for the word
And
fist.
you come out with...
The F word.
I've
I-
never
I
sworn.
can't, I don't.
I've never.
no.
I mean, this is a real.
On the
I'm
radio.
so embarrassed. What have I done? Oh God, it'll never happen again. Right now, we've got a question here. I
Now, don't
apologise for
just
that.
move on.
What do you mean we're going to dwell
You're
on it
aware
for?
of what you've done, what you've put the nation through.
Weak back.
Look, everyone.
Weak-willed.
Weak back, weak will, bad mouth,
Long
That's a-
fingers.
lily-livered.
swearing
Slimy
Jezebel.
scumbag.
Hey, whoa, I've made a mistake. I just hope this doesn't get back to the execs at Disney and ruin my Ponytown career. Madam Simon, Our Christmas Bedtime Stories. Question here for Johnny Lee
And that's
Miller.
the matter. You was
Look.
about to say, and about time. Attacking me. You know.
I'm sorry for the swearing. I'm sorry for attacking Noel Gallagher, gifted musician. Question here
We're
for
just
Johnny Lee Miller.
disappointed. We're not angry.
Look, I won't do it again. What I've done wrong. I don't deserve a radio show. Here's a question for Johnny Lee Miller. Can you ask him if he was intimidated, said Joe Haddo, working with Ewan McGregor after the nude scene in Train Spotting? Were you? There's another yes/no question.
No.
Do an anecdote. How were you not intimidated by that? What? Why? When?
I don't really understand it. Well, after he did a nude scene,
in Trainspotting. Russell, can you ask Johnny
I
Lee Miller?
wasn't there. I wasn't there
You
for
weren't
that
there.
bit. So yeah,
It made no difference to you then.
Yeah, no.
It was just like saying, were you intimidated?
I was ill that day.
He was ill that day. He was off
Well,
work.
he was playing the character Sick Boy.
Sick boy.
No.
So the fact is illness.
Because he was ill all the time.
That's why they incorporate that.
So I
into-
got-
You should see these two all over each other. They are. Okay. And are you still friends with Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
And what are you still going to do stuff together?
I don't know.
You don't know.
He's a busy man.
Is he?
Very busy man.
What's he doing? What does it make him doing acting?
Yeah, doing acting and riding bikes and stuff.
Well, of course he is. Did you do it like with your TV program you're doing? Do you have to do some acting every day, or some days you just get to sit around?
Oh yeah,
maybe?
well, I'm not doing it right now. We finish before Christmas, so yeah. When you are, it is like all day, all the time. Doing a TV show. Yeah.
Do you resent doing it, or are you quite happy?
No, I love doing it. Absolutely love it.
What about if there's a bit where you have to just sit down patiently, not do anything, and you're just waiting to then get a bit angry?
Even better.
You like that as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I get a bit angry if I have to be there and I'm not doing anything. I sort of think, well, this is.
Well,
boring.
you've got weird fingers.
Do you think it's just to do with my
That is
peculiar
what it is, that's
extraterrestrial?
Well, don't want to speculate, but you know.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes.
Do you swear?
I do swearing. I've got great big ET hands.
Nothing to do.
Blast! When are they going to use me? Fiddlesticks!
Bugger. Poppycock.
Look, hold on, there's another question. Who's this to? Oh, this is a question for me. You've met a lot of celebs. Who do you get starstruck around when you first meet them? You're so cool. Rachel, 15, Northern Ireland. Thank you, Rachel, for that. I needed that after all the abuse I've endured.
Just assuming that was for you.
Yeah, it was. It says Russell. Question for Russell, right?
I only have your.
Johnny.
Take your word for it.
Okay, well, look, there's the email. from
Johnny's an
Rachel.
actor. He's mad. Don't show him. He can act. He can go. Yeah, it says Russell.
That's true. Show Noel it. Don't, Johnny, to keep your lying eyes off it. Johnny, have you been tore up? Do you get intimidated by anyone, Johnny Lee Miller, you've met out here? Thanks for that, Noel. That's good. We've had effing, blinding, fisting.
No, we haven't.
Now you're.
We have. You haven't.
You said the worst thing of all. F is just a common expletive, whereas the thing you said is a bizarre and unusual practice. Right. This is an email from Anna McKay. Poor Matt, victimised. The webcam isn't too fun tonight, just Matt's clasped hands. He's rocking backwards and forwards, all embarrassed. Original victim of the pinning. Poor Matt Morgan. Yes, he has been a victim for the large majority of his life. Now, hold on, we've got some important things to
Hang
be
on,
getting
you're
on
meant to
with.
answer who you've been starstruck by.
Morrissey,
He's by
Tony
himself when he looks
Cottee,
in the mirror.
Yeah.
West Ham footballers.
He doesn't get
just
starstruck,
generally.
he just gets jealous. He thinks, I'm better than you.
Oh, this is ridiculous. When will I be included in the football team? This is preposterous. Oh, come on, look at the size of my fingers. I could play in goal. I'll be fine.
Oscar was mine.
Fingers crossed.
Did you go to any Oscars stuff, Russell?
I didn't go to any Oscar stuff.
Yeah, Russell's out here picking up his raspberry, but he's just keeping it quiet.
There is a Raspberry Award ceremony for people
And
that are
the
bad in
raspberry
films.
for incidental lunatic goes to
I've not
Russell
won,
Brand.
I've not won any raspberries, but it would be an ironic honour. Johnny Lee Miller, have you won any awards?
No, nothing.
No awards.
No, well, no, not like that. Not for acting.
What was that award then that you just remembered?
Boys Awards, drinking awards.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Boys.
The kind of awards you get when you walk into a
I
room.
won a troll in Norway a couple of weeks ago. I won a troll in Norway.
A troll?
Yeah,
You won a troll?
I went on an Arctic training camp, and I won troll for.
Pray tell,
best-
Johnny, you
best
might have to
competitor.
give the details on this one.
Why did you go on an
alive?
Arctic expedition? What does that mean?
I'm supposed to do a race to the South Pole in December.
Why are you racing to the South Pole,
Good
mate?
question.
At Christmas.
No,
Of all the
You're
time.
into all that extreme sports now, like skydiving and all that, don't
little
you?
bit, yeah.
Oh, he's into extremity. I see. And I think Sam the opera singer likes extremity, whereas Matt Morgan likes just moderate behaviour.
Nothing like being
sat
put
in
on the
bed
spot,
sit.
is it?
You said you like racing around on motorbikes, you said, spitting in the gutter, kicking dogs. You said
That's
that's
just
how
what
you
we're
pass
talking.
the time.
I got Noel talking about fisting on my left. You talking about
Can you
extremities right in front of me.
please stop talking about
I'm just
it?
wondering what you're digging for here, Russell.
Well, if I were to, it wouldn't be the
Have you
methods
been
just
researching me,
mentioned.
have you?
Yes, a lot of research has been done, and it's revealed you to be a footstep away from being a dangerous sex criminal. Now, what's
That's only
your
because I read your.
conduct?
That's only because I read your book, though.
My book is almost a
Hey,
Bible.
somebody told me they're making a film out of that book. Is that true?
Yes, Michael Winterbottom, the
Yeah,
celebrated
Russell's making a
filmmaker.
film out of it. Starring
Oh, right,
Russell,
I see,
written
right.
by
I film me
Russell.
will.
Yeah, but directed by Michael Winterbottom.
What are the odds on you playing yourself?
A certainty, a dead cert. I am doing it. What's wrong with that? Perhaps you two might like to crop up in my film. You, Johnny Lee Miller, using acting. What about
I've
it?
been edited
Definitely
out of it
maybe,
already
eh?
before it
Yeah,
started.
Noel can do all the fisting scenes.
No, for God's sake, stop
Come on, man,
mentioning
leave it now,
Sam,
come on.
Don't mention it anymore, because we're live on the radio. It's a terrible thing. We've let him on here, this opera singer. He's just coming here being
he's
bloody
going. You
discourteous.
can see the clock ticking down. He's going for the last 5 minutes.
He
isn't
really is. He's really hammering
Going for it, yeah.
Right, OK, let's summarise. Right, listeners, you're listening to the Russell Brand Show on BBC Radio 2. We are going to summarise the show now with Poet Laureate of the show. It's Mr G. Please, Mr G, summarise this show. Try and watch your language. Please welcome him. Here he comes. He's in England. You won't see him.
Okay, this poem is called Spinal Tap.
Oh, great.
Picture a distance in meridians, time difference in opinions, accustomed to the custom, back with a robustness for the millions. Experience a South Central swimming pool of the mansion, expanding the midget nipples, Kaniki giving no action. In an operatic fashion, egos are massaged by ring finger interaction, Russialisms remaining hidden, gay, enlistments with a passion. So relax now, for this will all be done, and all done this will all be. Mechanically separated by the sea, yet congregated for you and me.
Woo! There he goes, Mr G, summarising the show
Could
in
have-
poetic form.
Could have rhymed twist with that other word, but Mr. Trick.
Well done, G,
Mr.
for your
Trick there, G.
professionalism. Thank you very much
Don't
for
listen to
holding the show
Noel's
together.
advice on lyrics.
Oh, no. Oh, shine, brine, fine, wine, dine, mine, line. Yeah? Can I have £1 million? No.
Slide.
Go and
No,
mine.
here's 4.
Is that all?
Wasted on in that swimming pool. What about this rumour, Noel Gallagher, that you've gone to, that you're fleeing to Ibiza to get rid of, because of some desperate
Dave,
fear of James Blunt? Is that true?
Well, I'm selling my house there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, why? Is it to do with
Just I've
James
got-
Blunt?
Partly.
Why? How does James Blunt...
I can't kind of be in there knowing that he's up the road writing
Yeah.
music. It kind of depresses me a bit out there when I'm out there having it, you see.
Right.
Having it right off.com. And I'm getting rid of it. So if anybody wants to buy it, it's on the market for
Don't use our
€5.5
radio
million.
show to flog
That's about
mansions.
£3,800,000.
Well, and also you get James Blunt as a neighbour, which I would say is a benefit, 'cause I've met him and he's a lovely gentleman.
Amenities include
Huh? Sorry?
swimming pool,
You've got a swimming pool?
private beach.
Lovely.
Private
Speedboat.
beach.
I've got a speedboat. You get a boat with the house. You know what the
You need
speedboat's? You know what the speedboat's called?
Go on.
The G-Force.
Lovely. Very
it?
nice.
Matt, if you could see the face of Russell now, the seething jealousy. He's like, nice.
I'm just glad that you have a
No,
private
I have
beach
changed.
so that people don't have to look at your revolting fried egg nipples, which I've just seen spilling across your chest. Ghastly, hideous things. OK, the show is nearly over now. It was live from Los Angeles. I hope you enjoyed it. But remember, from my position, I had to manage Noel Gallagher, Johnny Lee Miller, Sam the opera singer, Matt Morgan, the people from Once that won that Oscar. We didn't even have time to get them on. They'll
Don't
be
forget
in next
Jason.
week.
Don't forget Jason.
Jason,
Yeah.
Jason, the Yorkie roadie. He's
Where
in
was
there
the
flexing
music
his
from
muscles.
Noel?
Oh, no, we didn't.
Pass me the guitar, quick.
Go on, Noel. Noel
Go on,
Gallagher's
play a
going to play. Go on, here we go. Does he know one
Oh,
chord?
they can't get it out in time. This
Come
is
on, get it
brilliant.
out.
It's probably not in tune.
Live music from Noel Gallagher coming up in a few seconds. Here it is. The guitar's being passed to him. Here he is, Noel Gallagher.
Intro
with a
the
guitar
news,
and a
Noel.
mouth.
Intro the news.
Scrambled eggs. That's what Paul McCartney called yesterday, wasn't it? Before he
Yes,
started.
it was. There we are. There's Noel Gallagher.
He even
saying
nicks that off
scrambled eggs. He even nicks anecdotes. Unbelievable. Is there anything original coming from that man other than his peculiar nipples? Right, OK, well, thank you very much. Noel, do you want to come back next week?
Yes, of course. I'm
Come back next week.
around for the next couple of weeks.
Right, Johnny Lee Miller, you'll be welcome to come here and tolerate this every week. I'm going to write out some really good questions for you based on the length of your fingers.
I'm going to
call
go and call Sarah.
You're going to... Right, Noel's off to call his missus.
Right, come on,
Thank you
news.
All right, OK, well, perhaps you're wondering what's happening in the world. If you are, there's a little show that caters for you. It's called The News. Here it is. Speak to you next week. I love you. Bye. My fingers are normal.
Bye.